Hello guys, welcome to another Conan video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and we're going to do something a little bit different today because usually these videos have to do with me building something, a castle as you've seen, or a wizard tower, or a house or something, but I thought of doing something a little bit different and maybe starting kind of a playthrough of modded Conan Exiles. And we're going to be playing through the Age of Calamitous. And if you guys want to know the mods that I'm using currently, and you can pause the video right here to look at them, but these are the mods that I have selected. And these are in the best order that I could put them in. And I tried every now and again to try to get them to work and make sure that they are in the correct order. So I think I have it right, but as I'm scrolling through these, you guys can pause the video and look at them. I will also put them in the description as well if you guys are interested in downloading these mods, if you do have Conan Exiles and want to play with mods on PC, of course. This is PC. So we're going to start a single player game, and we're going to start a new game. So I'm not going to bore you with the details of what settings I'm using or whatever, because I'm going to be doing a custom build of this world. So let me go ahead and do that. And if you guys are curious of what custom mods not mods, what custom settings I have, let me know in the comments down below, and I can, in the next video, I can show you exactly how I have it set up. So anyway, I'm just going to skip this part for you guys, and then we'll get into the game. All right, we have loaded in, and I think the way that I have this loaded up is a bit weird, just because it is a bit darker in the background. But if there are any people that, any of you guys that are watching this that have any suggestions for the mod order, if you did pause and looked at it, and also looked at it in the description, which I will have it in the exact mod order that I have it in. And if there is something that's missing, or if I need to rearrange it in a certain place, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. All right, so here we are in creating our character. I'm going to be making a female character, and what's interesting is that there are actual racial bonuses when it comes to making our character, and for some reason it does not want to go down here, but I do know that Hyborian actually has some benefits to it. This is the first time where it's not actually working the way I want it to, but we're going to go with Hyborian just because we do get benefits. Actually, no, I think it's picked. Picked is actually the one that I want to go for. All right, so our religion, we're going to do Mitra because it's a good beginner. It's a good beginner religion just because you have the ambrosia, which is a good healing item. We're going to do it with our
Death is coming.
And I'm going to bring it up just a little bit.
Cut me down. Please.
There we go. And we have we have different crimes here. Nobbling, blackmail, defecating on statue. We could change these, but these really have no effect. So we have a lot of faces to choose from, but in with these mods, because there's female new faces, that's one of the mods. There's a lot of faces here that we can choose from, but one in particular that I do want to do is actually a kind of like an elf face, if I can find it. So we have this one with the bigger ears, this one, and I think that's it, yeah. So I'm going to go with the one with the smaller ears, just because I think, yeah, probably these. These look more like, you know, dark elf. I could probably fix the lips of this one because I do like the glowy eyes, the more glowy eyes of this one. So we're going to go with this, and I'll fix the lips as we go along with it, and the nose and all that. I definitely want to have a little bit of paler skin when it comes to this character. I could change any color. I could change the color of my skin to make it look more, could make it more high elfy, could make it more, like if you are familiar with Elder Scrolls, I could do something like that, or I could make it look more dark elf, but we'll go with kind of a more, go with like pale skin here. All right, and hair. There is a lot of hair to choose from. So I'm just gonna go through this and I'll cut this part out because there's so much hair to go through and I don't want to just sit here and, have you guys wait for me to choose a good one. And I'm thinking of probably going with short hair instead of just really, really long hair. And I will be able to change this in case I don't like it, but yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a moment once I actually figure out what kind of hair I want to use for my character. Okay, so I found a decent hairstyle. I wanted to go with kind of short, but her hair's up. I kind of like that, and we can always change it later if you guys don't like it. Now for the color, we can always change the color if we want to, and also it's not going to be permanent as well. But I kind of want to go with this maybe sort of maybe orange or reddish. Yeah, something like that. Just because I kind of like how it's not really too bold, not too bright. It's kind of like in between, so I kind of like that. Eyebrows are going to go with 1, and we're going to kind of make it the same color. Now, eyeshadow, I'm going to go with kind of a base eyeshadow here and just keep it black. Lips, there's like lipstick. I'm going to go with kind of a subtle red here. Some of these are kind of already gone through since I played this game so much, even with the modded versions of these. So the eye color is pretty bright, and we can't really change it too much, but we can maybe add a little bit of, I guess, different tone to it, if you will. So we can make it more red, we can make it like more yellow, maybe less bright as it is. Kind of want to go with maybe a more yellow look like this. I think that looks good. And again, we could always change it. So head structure, not really worried about that. Neck, bring it out. Her shoulders got wider for some reason. Ears, I'm not too concerned about. Face shape, typically I go with a smaller jawline, higher cheekbones, bring in the width a little. Although this time with this kind of face structure, I kind of want to keep it the same. And then cheek width. Her face shape is pretty normal. Um, eye angle, I'm going to slant it a lot more that way. Eye size, I'll bring it a little bit smaller. The eyelids, I think, are fine the way they are, in my opinion. So brows, now this is the part where it kind of gets a little silly here. So I don't want to make it look like she's angry all the time, but I also don't want to look like it's, like she's worried all the time either. So that's kind of the part that gets a little tricky in between that. I think that's actually fine right there. Nose, nostril width, I'm gonna bring it in a little bit more. Nose tip size, make that smaller. Bring down the tip a little bit, and the nose length. I think that's good the way it is. There we go. And then lips. So the mouth width is the same. I'm gonna keep that the same. Smile, no. And then lip fullness. So the upper lip shape, kind of want to bring it out like that. The same thing here. But I don't want to make the lips too bold, too big. Otherwise, it'll just look weird. So I think something like that. Make her mouth a little bit smaller, though. Something like that, I'd say. Yep, just like that. I think that looks good. Bring the shape in a little bit more. That looks good. I could always change the base, like the face by default too, because I don't really think that, not really sure about this face entirely. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change it real quick. Be right back. There we go, that's a lot better. The yellow eyes, but a different elf face altogether, and I think the lips look better, and so does the nose. So I think we're gonna go with that instead. All right, so body, her height, I'm going to bring down just a little bit. Physique, gonna make her a little toned, but not too like muscular. Torso, chest size, belly width, belly size. I'm not gonna change. Arms, not gonna change either. I think the proportions are just fine, in my opinion. I might make her hands a little bit smaller than that. The lower body, foot size, I'm also going to bring a little bit lower, make it smaller. Hip width, I'm going to bring her hips out just a little bit. And I think that's fine. And then there's sexual characteristics, which changing the size of her breasts and then, you know, the shape of them, etc. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit like that. And the perk, just bring it a little bit down. Bring it up, but it curves it more down this way. So that way, yeah. I'm not going to comment on that too much. So spawn point is just the beach. So we're going to finish our character. And there's actually, so I have a character in another server, in a server, and also in Elder Scrolls Online named Elarastra. And I think we're going to do the same for here just to kind of not take too much time doing that. So, yes. All right. So now we are in the game. And there's a lot of things here, as you can see. There's like a mini map down below on the bottom right. There's our hotbar, and on the top left is our health and everything else. But we're in a different area compared to the actual exiled lands, and with the mods, it adds a new place on the map as well, and it changes the color a little bit of the map as a whole too. But let's get started. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to Grandmaster Farengar Quanthus.
Welcome back.
I don't know why I'm slowly walking backwards like that. Can I have him talk? No. Ah, Elarastra. I'm relieved to see you've made it. I'm Farengar. I'm here to lend you a helping hand. As you traverse these uncharted lands, you will encounter many challenges. To guide you effectively, I need to know your chosen path. If you prefer, Admiral Fowler is stationed at the beach, needing all the help he can get. Alternatively, you can bravely advance solo for the first time being. Farengar gestures towards the looming stone statues nearby as he continues his briefing. The decision lies with you, Elarastra. Should you wish to continue alone, you'll need to interact with the stone statue. A word of caution. Once you've accepted the statue's offering, your choice becomes irreversible, so think carefully before you proceed. So, there's quest objectives. I'm not going to read all of this. I'll just explain as we go. So, basically we get these quests, and if we go to AoC features, we can go to the quest log. We can auto track quests and track a current quest as well, and it shows up on the left side of our screen. So if we meet up with Admiral Fowler at the Stormhold camp down at the coast, and this is the tutorial quest line. And if you interact with this box as I just did, you get special gear, starter gear, a sword, and some of the Stormhold armor as well. So we need to meet him down at the beach, which means that we're going to have to go down these stairs and across the beach to find the camp. And there's a few things that we are going to have to look for as well. Now, I don't know exactly how long I'm going to make these episodes, seeing how this is going to be the first one. But as well as with my other questions, if you have watched this far, appreciate it. If you have any idea of how long you guys want to have these episodes, because I know that the grindy part, since this game does require a lot of grinding, I know that there's going to be a big part of that we'll eventually get to pretty early on as well. Just let me know in the comments down below how long you think an appropriate episode length would be for something like this. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And mostly I'm probably not going to cut out a bunch of it, since if I do very long episodes, I'm just going to keep everything in. But as long as I keep engaging with you guys, like talking the way I am right now, I think we'll be fine. All right, so here's Admiral Fowler. So we pretty much completed that quest. So, regain your footing, Elarastra. Keep a watchful eye. We are in uncharted territory now. Maintain your composure. We require every soul to play their part, so we might break through this despicable horde of beasts. Admiral Fowler gazed towards the distant temple, his mind seemingly grappling with the imminent battle. Listen closely, Elarastra. Your task is to join the fight against the Vanguls, to lend your strength to our cause. Engage in combat, let your sword taste their blood. Once you've carved your path through them, return to me. Alright. So, yep, quest log. This kind of gives you the tutorial of how to track quests and stuff, which I'm a little surprised they didn't do that for the first one, but that's okay. I assume that's the expectation for them to read. Defeat the Vangul grunts around the camp. Once they've been defeated, return to Admiral Fowler. Now here's the part where I'm a little skeptical about it. And we have leveled up too, so we do have some points into Vitality. And just going over one of the mods, the max level is 600, which is crazy to me. So we're going to spend pretty much a good portion of our points in Vitality, because I do want to have more health, because there are creatures in Age of Calamitous that hurt a lot, and one of those creatures in particular are the Vanguls. So we want to be very careful with that. So I just need plant fiber and sticks. So let me go ahead and grab those, because I do need a torch, because it is quite dark here in this area on the beach. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me just grab some sticks over here, grab some plant fiber on top of that, and we will have a torch. Alright, so now we can actually see what we're doing. And, I mean, crafting a shield would be nice too, but I don't have the right materials yet to do that, unfortunately. So I want to be careful, because I don't want to trigger too many of the Vanguls. I just want maybe one of them at a time to come and attack me, because two of them is not going to be good. So maybe one of them will come this way. No. Hello? Aha! Yes. I got you to come here. Chase me, chase me. Yes. And then we fight to the death. And I roll away to dodge the attacks that he plans to do to me. And if I had a sword or a shield, I would be able to block it. Yep. So it takes a bit of patience and a bit of skill to do that. Alright, I'm going to eat that so I can actually get some health, a health boost. And with the aloe that I've collected, I will be able to make some aloe extract, which will allow me to drink. I'll be able to drink this, and my health will be able to go up quite significantly. So aloe is very important for these purposes. Now, since we are low level, we're only level 2, we're obviously not going to be doing major damage to these guys. And we don't have the proper armor, really, to face up against any tougher enemies at the moment. And sometimes the hitbox can be a little strange. And if you want to lock onto your enemy, you can press Q, but I really don't want to do that, just because I don't really trust myself with with doing that, because it's hard for me to avoid them once I've locked onto them. Oh my goodness. Just like that. There we go. And then I want to heal every time that I complete one part of this quest, once I defeat another Vangul. Alright, we have one more to go. So let's go ahead and try to get this lonesome one that's over here. Please and thank you. Uh-oh. I triggered 2 of them. Not what I wanted, not what I wanted, but I have a good idea. I can lure... They are quite fast, by the way. I can lure them over here where these NPCs can actually help fight them for me. Ow. Which, yeah, unfortunately, if I'm not too careful and if I don't kill them myself, then that becomes a problem. So let's go find another one, because there should be maybe a couple more, maybe one more. Aha. There's 2 right here, but I'm really worried about fighting 2 at a time. But I'll take that risk, I guess. And don't worry, if I do die, we'll spawn back here anyway. Back at the beach. Alright, let me lure them back to the camp here. Aha! Ow.
You picked the wrong.
Oh, that didn't count either. Aw, man.
Curse you.
Oh! Oh! Why are you fighting me? Uh-oh. That's not good. I accidentally hit him. My health is at 2! Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, no. Well, that happened. I love... Good news is that I have it to... One of the settings, I have it to where I don't drop everything on impact, or when I die, so I could always change that if you guys think that I should give myself more of a challenge, or since I'm doing single player, it's totally fine. I'll let you guys can decide for me if you want to. I don't mind either way. I know the frustration of dying in the game is, you know, it tends to happen. I can't believe that that happened. I accidentally hit him and then he decided to attack me. Yeah, they're not ones to mess with either, because you saw how much damage you did to me. Okay, so we need to go and find another Vanghoul, because I've already defeated all the ones over here have been defeated. So I guess they're... Oh my gosh, I gotta be careful. Oh, music's changed. Yeah, this is actually a place where we need to go a little bit later in the tutorial. But I need to find one Vanghoul. Yes. Face me. Got it. There we go. Okay. I'm running away now. I'm going back to the camp. This guy's probably gonna chase me to the ends of the earth, but as long as I get back to the camp, I'll be protected. But we should be okay. Should be okay once we get over here, because these guys will take care of them pretty fast, as you saw. They took care of me pretty fast too, not gonna lie. Yeah, you guys go fight him. Fight him, please. Oh. There we go. Yep, he's done for. Okay, so we can deliver this now. The skull of the enemy. Good job, Elarastra. The kingdom is really proud to have you fighting for us. Pulling out a piece of paper from his pocket, Admiral Fowler quickly jotted down some instructions. Handing it over, he carried on explaining. I need you to get a Vangul's skull and bring it back to me as soon as possible. Use a skinning knife to get it. If you don't have one, you can craft one. When you have the skull, come back to me. This should be enough to convince the general we're on track. Alright, so what we have to do is craft a skinning knife, which we need some sticks and stones. And they may break your bones. But we'll pick up a few of them that's just lying on the ground here, and then we'll go get some more sticks, which we used some of them to repair our torch. I'll pick this up. How many do we need? We just need 3. Perfect. And lucky for us, and like I said before, it was a good idea for them to be lured over here, I can just use the skinning knife on these guys that we defeated to get a skull. Just like that. And apparently he has more than... Oh, there was 2 of them here. That's why I was like... that one of them has more than 1 skull. But here is your skull, good sir. There you go. The mystical cove. Would you look at that? The skull of nightmares, General Galeran should be pleased with this. I just had a word with Mr. Lowe. He shared a peculiar sighting, a cove, emanating a strange light from its depths. It's located on the far side of the beach, accessed via a narrow path. Could you investigate it and report back on what you find? Admiral Fowler's finger traced a line down the coastline, eventually resting on the jagged silhouette of rocks marking the distant horizon. Sure, you could do that. Cove of mystical energy. Find the cove on the other side of the coast. Well, one of the good things about this is we also can learn some magic by Lord Athos Stormcaller.
What can I help you with?
These are treacherous lands, Elarastra. The vanquished island is no place for the weak of mind. Its corruption seeps beneath its towering mountains, infecting the very essence of the land. Even the earth underfoot pulses with a restless, ominous darkness, casting a shroud of dread over this forsaken place. We have to act fast if we are to survive. Do you remember your studies of the ancient arts, Elarastra? You should sharpen your skills before delving further towards the heart of the island. With an elegant gesture, Athos directs Elarastra's attention to the verdant foliage around the area, continuing his instructions. Begin harvesting the necessary materials from our surroundings. You haven't forgotten their purpose, have you? Combine these ingredients with deft hands and a sharp mind to create the necessary items. Sure. All right. So, we need to... we already have that. So.
Yes, go on.
Attunement. Excellent. If you haven't had the chance yet, please take some time to thoroughly review the great tome of the ancient arts that I provided you. It's of paramount importance to possess a solid understanding of the fundamentals, as wielding magic without the proper knowledge can pose severe risks. While I know we've covered this topic previously, it's crucial to reinforce your memory. Athos thoughtfully strokes his beard while flexing his gaze on Elarastra. Now, let's assess your comprehension. Can you articulate the correct sequence for attuning to magic? Elarastra gazes contemplatively at the sky, recalling the precise steps before responding. I believe so, Lord Athos. Firstly, we delve into the ancient arts to learn about the connection between our bodies and our essence. Following that, we make a decision regarding the magical path we wish to dedicate ourselves to. Once our choice is made, obtaining the correct attunement tome is vital. Without the attunement tome, we remain ignorant of the precise rituals to commune with the respective shrine, a lack of knowledge that could prove fatal. Very commendable, Elarastra. Now let's put your knowledge to practical use, shall we? Make your way to Magister Quinlan Darkhorn, who holds the Tome of Essence Attunement. Acquire that tome, study its contents diligently, and proceed to commune with the Essence Shrine next to me. Alright, so, he's literally right next to him. So, we have to buy it. So, one thing in particular is that if we go to our character, we have a coin pouch. In this coin pouch, we can add currency and deposit it, and we have 50 of it. So, and I believe that we actually have the Great Tome of Ancient Arts, which we could use. Interact with the Essence Shrine after using the Attunement Tome. So, we have to buy this one, Tome of Essence Attunement. So once we buy it, we can then use it, and we have the knowledge. And then once we've learned it, we can go over to the shrine here and interact with it. Because otherwise, if we didn't learn it beforehand, and if we interacted with the shrine, it would have killed us, unfortunately. It's kind of funny, though, not gonna lie. But with this essence and upgrading the shrine as well, it actually will allow us to learn upgraded versions or other paths of magic. At least that's my understanding of it. I haven't gotten too far in it, so I don't really know exactly 100% about it, but
What can I help you with?
for those that are familiar with it, I'm sure you guys could let me know. Soul Essence, congratulations, you've done an excellent job. You're now fully attuned to the shrine. So what's the next course of action? Athos fixed his gaze upon Elarastra, his expression filled with curiosity, eagerly awaiting Elarastra's response. If my memory serves me right, according to Professor Everglenn's teachings, to successfully complete an ascension ritual, I must first enhance my physical strength, gather unique power gems corresponding to the specific magic type, and procure the ascension tome specific to that stage. With an approving smile on his face, Athos continued with his guidance. Excellent. Considering you've already completed your second year of studies, your physical strength should be sufficient for this particular ascension trial. That leaves us with the power gems and the ascension tome. Luckily, essence magic, being a pure and fundamental form of magic, requires nothing more than crystals and a local plant. This same plant can also be harnessed for energy when casting your spells. I noticed some rocks adorned with crystals nearby. Those should serve our purpose well. Once you've gathered all the necessary components, combine them to craft essence power gems. Once you've got everything prepared, proceed with the ascension ritual at the shrine. If executed correctly, you'll ascend within essence magic. Alright, well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here, because I think we have gone long enough for this, and I know most of the time took me creating my character, but I know in the next one we'll actually have more action and more things going through with this. I look purple in this lighting, which is funny. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this, and if you do want to see more of this, be sure to leave a like, and don't forget to hit subscribe as well, because that lets me know that you guys enjoy the content on the channel, and like to see more. And I'd like to give a shout out to my good friends Gabe and Barry Medley for being members of this channel, and you can become a member too by hitting the join button down below. I've been Savvy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. See you later.